Hi everybody and welcome back to some more MotoGP 17 here on this channel. Now before we get straight into the episode, I just want to say over the next couple of weeks some of the videos might be spaced out a bit. I've scheduled a few videos because I've got to go into hospital. As you know, I suffered quite a bad neck injury, plus I've got a few days off on holiday. I hope you appreciate that, guys. I will get back on it as soon as I'm back. Thank you so much for the support. Let's get straight into the episode, so here we go. Right, so here we go with our first attempt in this qualifying session, and as you know, we don't do the second session, it's only the first. So I always just use the first session just to see how the bike handles and if we have to make any adjustments to the bike. So I'm on the default setup at the moment, but like I said at the start of this new series, I will start showing you setups if I use them. So let's see how it feels. Now I do like this Yamaha so far, it's got a lot of promise. I'm hoping it to be a very, very good bike throughout the season and hopefully better than the Suzuki. Oh God, got on the curb there, take it easy. It's understeering slightly, it might need a little tweaking, but I will see. But I think this race is going to be quite tough. I mean, the bike at the early stages of the season is quite low down on upgrades, and you do have to push it quite a bit to keep up with the other bikes. And so far in this series, I've had a lot of trouble with the Yamaha guys, Rossi and Vinales, so I'm expecting them to push me all the way, and I'd like to see some of the Hondas doing better as well. Marc Marquez being world champion and that, you would have thought he would be a lot stronger on this game, and I haven't really seen much of him throughout the game since I've played it. And also Danny Pedrosa has been quite strong as well over the start of this season. So we'll just have to say, right, let's just keep it nice and tight. That's not too bad. The bike doesn't feel too bad, but it's always different when you're in the race because you obviously can't take the same lines and you're pushing it a little bit more when there's other bikes on the track. But I think it might be okay. We knew we should be quick enough for the first session, but the second session, as you know, is always like a second and a half to 2 seconds quicker. So we're going to have to up our game. Right, let's just see if we can. Oh God, we're right over on that. So it's definitely understeering. Braking's an issue. I'm still not sure whether I should make any adjustments because we're going to get through this session, so it'll be a hit and miss. But we get through on that session. Let's get into the results. Right, so we're going to get straight into the race, guys, and I'm not going to make any adjustments. I'm sure I can manage that bike around that circuit in the race, and let's see if we can get another positive result. We still haven't got a win on this Yamaha. Let's see if we can get it round here, so here we go.
A warm welcome to the United States to all our viewers. We're here at the Circuit of the Americas to bring you live coverage of the MotoGP race. The weather forecasts are very reassuring. We should have good conditions throughout the race. Everything's ready for the race to start now. We're just waiting for those lights to go out. The riders will take these last few seconds to focus on the race ahead.
Right, so here we go with the race around the Circuit of the Americas. We really need to get a good start into that first left-hander. If we can take a few places, we might stand a chance in this race. Right. God, that wasn't great. The wheel bobbed up a little bit there. That's going to slow us down. Now we've got to nail this corner. Try and be good on the brakes. Let's try and get up the inside of Zarco. Get a nice tight turn there. Oh, God, we managed to get up the inside of both Hondas as well. Fantastic. Right behind Vinales. Can we take Vinales in this turn? Can we just squeeze past him? Oh, he's not going to like that. And we've managed to get into the lead. Now we've just got to manage this race as much as we can and try and control it from the front. That was an absolute perfect start, and I'm telling you, you have to be good into that first turn. Oh God, the rear end didn't like that as I slowed down. Just got to be really good and try and manage this well through here. Nicely does it. Oh God, again, this bike does react very differently to the Suzuki when you tap the power on. That's something that I'm definitely going to have to try and sort out when I set up the bike in the next race, because Jerez is going to be horrendous with some of those slow turns, and this bike is, you know, definitely needs a setup. But I just went for the default on this because I didn't want to make too many adjustments then go into a race and struggle as I managed to get through that first session. Right, let's try and be good on the brakes. That isn't too bad. We're managing to hold on to this at the moment, and we're still managing to hold the lead. Let's keep an eye on who's behind us. Oh God, again understeered. Oh God, almost mucked it up there. Just managed to just hold on to that. And I'm not sure who's behind us. I can see that Vinales and Marquez are in third and fourth. Oh, it's Lorenzo. Lorenzo on the Ducatis behind us. Oh my God. The Ducatis are very, very strong on the straights, but not so good in the corners. And I don't think he's going to be able to beat us into the turn. And we should be able to maintain this lead. Right, so that's the end of the first lap, and that was not bad at all. Right, all we've got to do is just try and keep managing it as much as we can, and hopefully we can get our first victory on the Yamaha. But so far so good, and we've managed to pull out a little bit of a lead. So Lorenzo is still in second with Vinales behind. So it looks like Lorenzo's going to get into the might get on the podium and get some decent points. So we might have Lorenzo challenging us in this new season. That would be interesting. Right, let's just try and keep up through here. Just get nice and steady. Try and stay off those curbs as much as we can. And so that section, when you get it right, you really, really do gain some time. So you've got to try and get that nicely. And this section as well, if you can get nice and smooth through here, is always a bonus. Right, just keep it nice and steady through there. Onto the curb. And that wasn't too bad, just keeping it nice and steady, trying to just slowly open the throttle, because we just get a massive reaction at the back every time we just tap the power. Right, slow it down. Oh, nicely does it. That was really, really good. And slowly open the throttle this time. That's much better. And let's see if we can just extend that lead a little bit. Let's see what the gap is. And oh, Dovizioso's just crashed out, so the other Ducati's crashed out. I don't know what went on there. I might have to put in the crash replay and just see what happened there. Dov is normally pretty good in these sort of races, so we just have to check what's happened. Right. Right, let's just keep a nice and steady run through here. And we're still maintaining a decent lead, which is always going to be helpful. Nicely does it through there. We're getting a little bit of tyre wear. I'm heating up that rear tyre. We've got to try not to spin it up too much. I think this track is very, very difficult when you do more laps, because it does. When you lose tyre wear. Oh God, just went over the curb there. Slow it down, slow it down. Oh, that's going to throw us a little bit wider there. Oh, a little bit of a mistake. Oh God, don't want that happening. And I was just saying, once you feel a bit of tyre wear, you make mistakes like that, and I made one. That's just me chit-chatting away and not concentrating. Right, so we go into the final lap. We can't afford to make any more mistakes like that, and it's still Lorenzo in second. So it definitely looks like he's going to get some good points in this race if he can just hold off Vinales in third. I don't know what's happened to Valentino. He had a decent spot on the grid. So we're just going to have to check the results at the end to see where he comes. I don't know how my teammates doing. Hopefully he doesn't crash out. He has crashed out in previous race, and he can get his objective. That's not too bad through there. Nicely does it. Oh, fantastic. And it looks like we should be okay as long as we just keep a nice and gentle run into these turns. Try not to go too mad, as we are going to suffer a little bit of tyre wear now. So let's keep it nice and smooth through here. Oh, that'll do. Nicely does it, just maintaining that lead. Just drive it down this section, and let's see if we can be good on the brakes into this next turn. If we can really, really take a decent lead. That's not too bad. Oh, nicely does it. So we've managed to do it. Keep that front wheel down. It definitely feels like it's got more power low down than the Suzuki. For definite. Right. Out of Vinales is back into second, so he's overtaken Lorenzo, but it still looks like Lorenzo's going to get on the podium, which is really good for him on the Ducati. It was always a risk him moving to Ducati after being so good on the Yamaha. I was very surprised, but it's a new challenge for him, and hopefully he will come good, as I do like him as a rider. Right, let's just try and hold it. Nicely does it through there. Oh God. We've managed to get through there okay, still up on about second. Oh God, bloody hell, turned a little, and we've made two mistakes there, and we're just feeling a little bit tyre wear here. We spun up the back wheel quite a bit there onto the curb. That was my own fault, turned in a little bit too early there. Right, let's just try and keep it steady into this last turn, and we should be able to get it over the line. And oh god, we heated up both tyres then. Right, so there you go guys, we take a victory, but we really did make hard work of that. I think we did need to make an adjustment. That is my fault. Really did struggle with that bike on that last lap. Luckily we managed to bring it home and take our first victory, and Lorenzo did get third place, so that is good. But yeah, I definitely needed to make an adjustment. I thought I could battle through, and sometimes it doesn't always work. But I think in the next race, we're definitely going to alter the bike. There's a few things that need to be adjusted on it just to make it a little bit better to manage until we can get it upgraded. So let's get straight into the HQ and into the next race. So here we go. Right, let's check on our team and see how they got on in the race. Oh god, I didn't realise Jack actually got 13th, so that's his highest finish so far, so well done to Jack. And oh, Joseph Bell has finally got a decent position, almost got on the podium there, and that's really positive. We definitely need to improve our Moto2 riders, they're still not performing, and it might take a few upgrades on their bikes, but we also need to upgrade our bike as well. So we can give a better bike to our teammate as well. It's so difficult. We hope that Moto3 will come good. It looks like Joseph will start getting decent results. So let's see if we can upgrade anything on our bike. Oh, we've got one available. We have got an upgrade going on the Moto2 bike, but I think I'm going to do another one on the Yamaha. I think I'm going to do one on... I think I'll do it on the frame. That's improved that, so that's another upgrade. Hopefully we can do some more on the Moto2 bike next time they're available, because I think that'll be alright for our bike for now. So let's quickly go into this section. We've got an activity. Let's see if we can improve our ability, and then we're going to move on to the next race in today's episode, and it's Spain and Jerez, a circuit I've struggled around a lot on this game so far. Maybe the Suzuki wasn't very good round there, but maybe the Yamaha will be. But we will see. Like I said, we don't only do the first qualifying session, so I'm hopefully going to make use of that session, maybe alter a few things on the bike, and then we can go into this race and hopefully get on the podium again. So let's get straight to that now, guys. So here we go. Right, so here we go with our qualifying lap. Now, I haven't made any adjustments to the bike just yet. It's a wet session. So I don't always like to make adjustments because you never know what the race is going to be like, because it could be a dry race. I think a couple of times we've had wet qualifying sessions around Jerez and then it's been a dry race. The only time I've raced around this circuit in the wet was in the rider career when we were doing more laps, and the race was just no contest whatsoever. The AI really struggled around here, so I'm expecting to get through this first qualifying session really easily. And as you can see, we're almost a second up on the time already, and I think hopefully it will be a dry race, so it'll be hard to think of what to adjust. But I just remember from the last race the sort of things that I think I could adjust to make it a little bit better than it was. I might have to go with that because I can't really judge it in this session here, and it'd just be a bit of a experiment. But I do want to start showing you setups. Hopefully in the next race, will be in the next episode, I'll be able to do a proper setup which hopefully will help you, and the bike will be up to a decent level. And as you can see, look, almost 2.5 seconds up on the time already. They just don't compete in this in these conditions, something that needs to be improved. Obviously I couldn't turn off the weather in this managerial career because we're already into the career and you can't change any of those settings, so it's a bit of a shame. But hopefully in the next update they will address that. I have messaged Milestone a number of times and complained about how poor they are in the wet, so hopefully they will fix it. And yes, we get through, so let's get straight into the HQs. Here we go. Right, so that was an easy qualifying session, so we're going to jump straight into the race, but I'm going to make a few adjustments to the bike, but I'm going to show you that now, guys, what I'm going to adjust. Hopefully it will help in the race.
Greetings to all you racing enthusiasts. The fourth race of the season is about to get underway here at the Jerez de la Frontera circuit, the traditional home of MotoGP's Spanish Grand Prix. The skies over the track are clear, and the latest weather reports are telling us that temperatures will be as expected for this time of year.
Right guys, so it's going to be a dry race, which is fantastic. So I've made a few adjustments, nothing major, but hopefully this will improve the handling of the bike. So we've gone for the soft tyres. Brakes I've left both on 2, so we've gone for the stronger brakes. Gears, I didn't really change that a lot, so that's the gear ratios that we're using. Handlebars, I left it on the same, as I didn't think it would make that much difference. And suspension, I've adjusted slightly, so that's what I've gone for on all the adjustments for the suspension, and hopefully this will help us. So let's get straight to the race.
The riders are lined up, the engines are revving. Just a few more seconds and another Spanish Grand Prix will begin here at Jerez de la Frontera.
Right, so we got 2 Hondas on the front row, 2 Spanish riders in front of the home crowd, and we got Dovizioso in the middle. Let's see if we can get amongst them and try and get on the podium. Now this circuit is very, very challenging. I don't always do well around here, so let's see if we can get a good start. That's not too bad. Can we just get past Zarco? Yeah. And we've got Lorenzo and Iannone. Can we take both of them in that turn? Oh, God, we just managed to get past Iannone. Oh, Lorenzo's just made contact with my bike, and I've just gone through both the middle of them, him and Crutchlow. Can we take Rossi in that turn as well? Oh, fantastic, up to P5. So that's an awesome start. Right, can we take Dovizioso in this turn? Got nice and tight in, and that wasn't too bad. So we've taken another Ducati up to P4. Right, so we've got 2 Spanish riders in front of us on the Hondas, and we've got Vinales. Let's try and get amongst them. Just try and hold it into that turn and gradually tap the power on. God, did make contact with Vinales there, and that stopped us in our tracks, but we're still in a good position. Right, let's see if we can get up the inside of these. We need to go into this corner really well. Be good on the brakes. Can we stop it? Stop it, stop it. Oh God, I didn't think I was going to stop it, but we managed to turn it in, and we got back past Vinales. Can we take Marquez in the next turn? And someone's crashed out. Who crashed out? Iannone. So Iannone's crashed out, so that's a surprise. Right, let's just try and hold it into this turn. Right behind for Danny Petrosa. We've still got Marquez nipping at our back wheels, so we're going to have to be careful to try and hold him off. So we are going to be battling with the Hondas in this race, and that's going to make this race very, very interesting. They're very, very strong around here, so we're going to have to be really, really good and see if we can challenge for the points. Right, just try and hold it into that turn. Petrosa's really trying to get away here. He's trying to have a really good race in front of the home crowd. Let's see if we can just catch him up into the second lap and try and get a win. It's not going to be easy, but we have got a dry race, which is brilliant, and I did want a battle, so we've definitely got one here around this circuit. Right, slow it down into that turn. Danny Petrosa is still leading, and we've managed to get into that corner nicely. Now the changes I've made to the setup have improved it a little bit. Oh God, we went into there a little bit. Sorry about that, Petrosa. That was my fault. I thought I was going to get into there nice and clean, but he's still on his bike. I haven't knocked him off, and he's probably going to get back past us through that turn. So that didn't really do us any favours anyway. So he's back in the lead. Let's see if we can get right behind him and try and get past him a little bit cleaner. I don't like, if I make a mistake, I always hold my hands up and say, look, that was my fault, and I definitely went in there when I shouldn't have done. But luckily he didn't come off. Right, let's try and slow it down into this turn. Can we take him here? Let's be good on the brakes. No, I don't think we're going to hold him off. Yes, we do. We've got a good drive out there, so that's fantastic. So we're back in the lead, but he's given us a right barrel. No, he's going to come back past. He's just made a little bit of contact there, and he's going to take the inside line. Oh my God, what a battle we're having here with Petrosa. This is what I wanted, a nice battle. Right, let's just try and hold it. He's going to have the home crowd on his side, so we need to try and quieten them and get back past him. But at the moment, I'm struggling. I just don't seem to have that little bit of edge over him. He's definitely better in the turns, but at least it's just a battle with one other bike, and we've just got a little bit of breathing space from the rider behind, and I think it might be Marquez. So let's see if we can just hold it into this turn. We're going to suffer a little bit more tyre wear into this last lap, and that wasn't a bad turn, so we should be able to get a good drive out there, a bit of slipstream, and we've gone back past Petrosa. Oh, fantastic. And we go into the final lap in the lead, and we've totally mucked up that corner. Oh my God, the bike was not stopping there whatsoever, but luckily we managed to get back on circuit and we're back in the fight. But that is exactly what happens once that tyre wear starts wearing down. You feel like you've got more grip until you start slowing down and the bike doesn't stop. Luckily we did completely go out again, just not feeling the grip we're going to have to take these corners a little bit slower. If we can just hold it into this turn, that's not too bad. We're managing to hold it through there nice and fast with Pedrosa, but it's just into the turn. We just spun up that back wheel. As you can see, the temperature's gone up, so we're going to have to be good into this turn. Can we take the inside? Can we get nice and turned in? He's going to come back up the inside, but we should be able to drive out that turn. Oh, that worked nicely. So we're back into the lead, but it's going to be hit and miss whether we're going to beat him into the last few corners. It's going to be so close. Oh my God, this is going to be a fight to the finish line, I think. And he's trying to get past in that turn, but we're managing to hold him off. Is he going to take me in this turn? Oh God, he just made contact with my back wheel, but luckily I got turned into the corner before he managed to get in the inside, but we're managing just to hold him off for now. But is he going to get back past us through here? We made a mistake last time. Try and hold it nice and tight, force him on the outside. That wasn't too bad through there, but he's right behind. Oh, he's dived up the inside and just made slight contact and pulled me out wide, but I'm right behind him. Can I take the inside line here? I've got into the corner really tight onto the apex. Oh, we're going to get a good drive down this corner. I think we should be able to. Oh, fantastic. Oh, we're going to win it on the last corner. Fantastic. And there you go, guys. We take a win in front of his home crowd. Oh, that was a really, really good battle. What a battle that was with Pedrosa, and we managed to beat him on that last corner in front of his home crowd. That was really intense, but we managed to stick in there. Oh, Jack came 16th. I'm not sure whether that's going to get him his objective. We will check that out in a sec, but I do think once we've upgraded the Yamaha a bit more, he will start going up the table and start challenging us for the race. Maybe that would be exciting. We're just going to have to wait and see, but we've got a lot of stuff that we need to improve in this new season. We need to get Moto 2 up and running. We need to hope that our Moto 3 riders will come good. I mean, Joseph Bell got a decent position last race, but he's a bit hit and miss. He's crashed out a lot so far in this new season, so hopefully he will improve, but it's going to take time. Let me know in the comments below if you think that I should start thinking of maybe changing some of the riders in the next transfer window, or maybe buy another bike. I'm not too sure, but we've got plenty of time. And oh no, he's crashed out again. Look, starting position second. Oh, that is Joseph Bell is really starting to get on my nerves now. He's really not performing, and oh my God, Jack didn't get his objective either because it was he needed to get 12th. Oh God, not going well on the team front at the moment, but we've got a lot of hard work in front of us. But it is only the end of the 4th round. We still got, like I said, 14 races to go. We've got plenty of time to sort this team out. We want to get all the Brits doing really well. So, yeah, it's definitely just checking that his crew level was up to 3. It is. I've just got no idea why he's not performing. Let's check if there's any spaces for upgrades on the bike. Oh, I think we're going to have to do the activity first. Hopefully that will give us a space. But let me know in the comments below what you reckon I should do with my riders, or how long I should give them. I mean, I think Jack, it took him, I think, to the 8th round when he started to really start challenging for those points. But if Joseph Bell keeps crashing out, it's not going to go well. He's gonna put such a big distance between him and the race, the championship leader, and it's going to really struggle to come back from that. I was expecting his teammate to struggle a little as he's new to the team. Right, that's just, oh yep, so we've opened a development. Shall we do, no, that's fully upgraded. See, so he's on a fully upgraded. I know the Mahindra's not as good as some of the other bikes. Let's do another one on the, yeah, should we do another one on the Yamaha, or should we do Moto 2? I think we'll do Moto 2. Let's sort out their suspension, because we want the Moto 2 to start picking up those points and start pushing this British team forward. So this is the end of the episode. We're in France for the next championship races, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please keep smashing that like button and leaving your comments, and I will see you very, very soon. Thank you and goodbye.